Polls, results, more polls. 3 weeks in a row running the damn poll. This is kind of crazy. We're not going to get them for a while, though, so better enjoy it now. Better vote while you can. We got some results of our previous poll for our Neon Genesis follow-up. We got some new poll that's going to be going up here because we're adding a third slot. So if you would like to sit around here and watch me yap for a little bit, I'd appreciate that. If not, just check the link in the description of the community tab and go place your votes on the new stuff. So first, our pre-2010 poll, where we had our Neon Genesis replacement, was a very close battle. Nothing similar at all to the KyoAni poll that we ran prior to this, where Welcome to the NHK and Serial Experiments Lane was back and forth for a while. I checked like once every other day, and each time they were like neck and neck. One of them might have had like a percentage over the other or something along those lines. In the end, Serial Experiments Lane came out on top, as you see on screen. At the time of recording this, this is what I see. So anybody who places their votes afterwards, if things flipped at some other point, your vote doesn't count. So I don't, I don't care. It's only what we have up to this point. So we're gonna be starting with that when Neon Genesis ends. I have 2 rebuild films still to watch. And you guys still have like 2 weeks until those even start coming out. So honestly, you got till like July before you're even going to see this. But that will begin. I'll start that soon sometime. So if anybody has any versions of it they think is best for me to watch, if anybody has any certain subtitles or anything in specific that they recommend, let me know just so I can have that ready to go for when I first end up watching it. If not, I'm just going to pick something and we'll go from there. We will be, as I said before, if it was very close and also depending on the series that was selected, there's a possibility that the second place one will actually just be our follow-up, and we're gonna do that. So everybody who wanted NHK, you're good. It's gonna come. I'm just gonna have to finish Lane first, but it's gonna come, and we're not gonna rerun a poll, and we'll probably rerun a poll after we finish those. So hopefully that makes a bunch of people as happy as it can be, and I think it works out because Lane's only like 12 or 13 episodes, I think. So being able to have something immediately afterwards and not have to run a poll right away again, I think is appropriate. Also considering they were so damn close, like they really were. This is like realistically the difference of a couple votes. Like it's not that much. So thank you to everybody who participated there and voted. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody voicing their own opinions and giving out some recommendations and other stuff for us to watch. Hopefully your choice won. If not, hopefully your second place, or hopefully your choice is the one that came in second place. If not, good luck for the next time, and put some recommendations and other things you might want to see on the pre-2010 poll the next time that thing comes up. Next, we have a new poll, our 2010 to presents poll. This, like I said before, is a way of me separating things that have happened like years and years ago, still giving some shine to them, still allowing me to see some things that I feel like I probably have missed over the years, that I wasn't, into anime and everything because I was a fucking child at the time. But now being able to actually like go into and go back and see things from years and years ago that I never really actually went out of my way either and did, was really nice. But we still have a bunch of things that came out within the 2010s and even up to like this year in itself that I may have skipped over and not actually given a shot or watched. So I think still having another spot for that to shine is really important as well. So these are going to be our options. I tried to keep this to things that are about 12 or 13 episodes. I really wanted some short things on here, I gotta be honest, because we have longer running series going in the other ones, even though I just said Lane's like only 12 or whatever. But being able to have other ones that are like 20 something coming up in the KyoAni slot, we have multiple seasons with Dragon Maid coming up, and then we're probably going to do Haruhi after, which has like 20 something. Like there's a lot of episodes that we have to really get through with those. So I kind of wanted some shorter ones here. You'll see one of the options with Kill la Kill actually has 20 something episodes. I just couldn't think of another one that had 12, and to be honest, all of you guys keep recommending things that have like 4 seasons, and I'm not doing that right now. So I couldn't think of anything else, and I'm interested in it, so I was like, I'll throw it down there, we'll see what happens. But all the other ones got like 10 or 12 or something. But the options are, in case you can't read, Place Further Than the Universe. This was on a previous poll that we had before. I'm very intrigued for a variety of reasons about the series, so it is something I would like to watch. And it placed extremely well. It actually lost to Beyond the Boundary by like 1% when we ran that poll, which was crazy. I wish I kept up the poll. I deleted them before, which I wish I could go back to and actually see the results. But it was way too close, and it was first like the entire time until right at the end. Beyond the Boundary took over. So it definitely deserved to come back and be here. Erased is another one. I'm pretty sure it's a very popular series. I've seen a lot of stuff about it. I actually don't know anything about it. I've just heard the name a bunch and being recommended on like a bunch of other channels and things over time. It doesn't seem to ever really win things from what I've seen, but I don't know. I figured I'd throw it on here, and on Mal it looked like I had a pretty good score and a decent popularity on there, so I figured people might be interested. Kill la Kill, another show that I just feel like is something I probably should watch at some point. It just feels like one of those, so I felt like we had to kind of throw that in here at some point. Also, it's a Trigger show, and I feel like I need to get out there a little bit with Trigger. I've only watched 2 series by them, and I can't say I like loved either of them really, so I don't know. And it's one of those like beloved studios where people like think that they make like amazing things, so I feel like I'm missing out on something. I feel like we have to maybe go back to the beginning and give it a shot there, and I'll find what it actually is. It was kind of the mindset there. Madoka Magica is number 4. This is one I really want to see at some point. It's something that a lot of people have recommended. It was on a previous poll that we did, the one that Beyond the Boundary was on, the one that Place Further in the Universe almost won in, and I think it came in 3rd, but it didn't go too well for it. But I figured we throw it up there again because a lot of you have actually since recently recommended it, and it is a series that I'm extremely interested in, done by Shaft as well, so also makes it extremely interesting for me to want to go out of my way and watch. And then No Game No Life is another one that's like just extremely popular that I know everybody's annoyed because it won't get another season, and I just figured I might as well give it a shot. I don't really actually know anything about it too much, but I just feel like it might be a little fun thing. This one is a little more, I guess, different than the previous poll I feel like we did, where a lot of the shows might have like a similar themes and like a lot of things about it, whereas this I feel like we're going on very different ends possibly with a lot of these series, and they might not all like kind of fit the same like genre or theme or anything, but it's just, it fits within, 2010 to present, so it works, and they're just things I want to see personally as well at some point, so I figure that it all would work out. Hopefully you guys want something on here. If not, leave some comments of things you want. Like I said, this one I felt like I was struggling a little bit to find certain ones exactly of like what to put on, but who knows, because on the previous poll we did, NHK was literally a last minute addition that I did, because one of you recommended it, and I was like, oh, I guess that could work, and then it did way better. And also Lane was not one that anybody recommended, and it was just something I wanted to personally watch, so I put it on there and it ended up winning. So like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm confused on what to watch or what people want, because sometimes people don't recommend it, and then the silent majority comes out of the woods and is like, here, I want this, and it's just like, well, I didn't really know that. I just took a shot in the dark. So yeah, help me out, please, for the future. Would really appreciate that. Winner of this will be in 1 week. You have 1 week to vote, and then I'll probably start it that next week. You guys probably won't end up seeing it till like July. Basically, when I have time to sit down and really get started on it, we'll end up doing it. But yeah, best of luck to everybody for the things that you would like to see win. I don't think I have anything else I really want to yap off about. For anybody else who's still sticking around wondering, Neon Genesis is going to be done in a couple of weeks. We have another series coming up after Nichijou. We're watching the OVA, so that's coming up. Nichijou just finished airing today. The OVA will be out. Then we have a couple episodes of something else we have to get through, and then Dragon Maid will start. I think the first episode will come out probably in July. I've watched a couple of them so far. Also, with this, just noting, I will be watching probably like 3 or so episodes before I decide for certain that we're making these videos on it. Like, I'll record them and everything, but if I'm like not liking it and enjoying myself after the first couple, we're not doing it, and I'm just going to go to the second place finisher. That's just kind of how it has to be, because I'm not forcing myself through things I'm not enjoying. So yeah, hopefully you guys like some of the options on here. Let me know recommendations for future things, if you're excited about one of them, why you voted for something, if you're a fan of any of these series, what you're rooting for really, and interested in recommendations, like I said, for a bunch of other things would be appreciated going forward into the future, whether it fits on this poll or any of the other ones that will be running. Yeah, thank you very much for all the support and everything up to this point still. Hopefully you guys get your winner, and yeah, have a great one. Peace.